Hey, hopefully we should be starting to go live. In theory, all being well. Hopefully we've set everything up properly. Hopefully things should look normal. Wait for it to kick off. Wait for the live stream to start to filter through. And we'll see if people turn up, and hopefully we do. Just get going. Take us a couple of minutes to get going. Always takes me a while to get set up. Let me make sure everything is working as intended. Close that down. Hello to everyone turning up. Hello, hello, hello. Wow, a few of you already. Hi, Carlo. Hello to everyone turning up. Streaming it via my phone, 4G again. Yes, we will almost certainly have network problems, but that is unfortunately what we have to live with. Let's just see how it does initially. So far, it doesn't seem to be dropping any frames. I think it seems to be after like 20 minutes, it seems to sort of slow down a bit, so then we just have to very quickly stop and restart the stream. So let's just sort of see how we get on then, really. Just keep an eye on things. Just give it a couple of minutes, wait for a few people to turn up, and then we can hop into some battles. We're going to be mostly doing these Forte Braccio Pike Caesar. I want to get up because I want to be doing a video on them. They're quite a nice little unit. I've quite liked them so far. I was sort of umming and ahhing around with my doctrines earlier on. We'll perhaps have a bit of a look at that as well. What else am I going to kind of throw on here? But I think we've got to try and get these up towards level 18, so we've got a little bit of grinding to go with those guys. Hello to everyone turning up. Hello Sam, hello the traitor, Sci-Fi Gamer. Welcome to everyone turning up. Nice to see so many people turning up. Yeah, so we're on the grind. We'll just wait for everyone to start to filter in, and then we'll get queued up for a game. Let me ping my message in my own Discord to try and attract a few people's attention. Perhaps do a quick tweet about it as well. You're supposed to do all that sort of thing. Sorry, no one ever gets any warning for any of my live streams. They're always pretty random. I never really give them much pre-thought. So that's why you just get a random, oh, I'm live sort of thing going on, rather than any sort of pre-warning that I'm going to go live on a specific date. Let's have a look. I'm just going to put a quick post out on Twitter, and then we'll queue up for some sieges. Let me type this out. Few hours on Conqueror's Blade. I can't type at all. And then we'll get some sieges queued up. Can't multitask. Cool. Wheaty Madoodas. Okay, cool. That done. What are we doing? Let's get the chat back up, see what everyone's up to, and then let's get into some games. Okay, cool. But you're sick of your questions, right? No, I don't mind. I'm always happy to answer everyone's questions. And that's kind of how the channel started, was to help all the new guys. So that's really what it was all about. So hello to everyone turning up. So let's queue up for some battles. It should be pretty good player numbers at the moment, so hopefully the matchmaking queues shouldn't be too long. Yeah, and we'll stream for a few hours, see how we get on. It is quite a hot day at the moment in the UK, and I'm in a shed with absolutely no windows. So yeah, I may just be a sweaty mess by the end of this. Oh, great, because I have a lot more coming my way. Well, great. No, I'm always welcome the questions. It is really, really good. And other people get to read them in the comments as well, which helps them, so it's well worth doing. So, well, we'll run with this setup this game. I was doing this one for actually one of the missions on the Pike, which I've now completed, so I might need to swap out those Imperial Shields to something out, but they're not a terrible unit, so we'll bring them for the start. But obviously we're attacking, so we'll kick off with the Martellatori and just pick a crappy item of siege, thing I'm really interested in. Yeah, it's certainly a little on the warm side. Mini face reveal in the corner. I've had my face on other things before. It's not the first time, but yeah, mini. Oh, someone actually asked about moving that to a different spot one time. I could put myself somewhere else if that would be easier, because I'm going to cover the units here. And I can drag myself around and go up here or something. Might be a better spot. Although it feels a bit weird not being in a corner. Maybe this corner. Let me go down here. There we go. And I might not be over my unit information in the bottom right corner, bottom left corner then when we load in. What's in the bottom right corner? Can't actually remember. How do you get them units with the symbol in the background? What symbol in the background? I'm not quite sure what you mean. I'll have to have another look at the units in the background. Symbol in the background. Maybe you mean mercenary units? I'm not 100% sure what you mean there. So welcome to everyone who is joining us. Nice to see so many people turning up. So just waiting for someone to load in, and then we are attacking, I think. Are we on Orlenburg? It looks like it. Oh, I think he means the season 3 units. Ah, yes, quite possibly. If you mean the season 3 units, then yeah, they're the season 3 units. So you've got to unlock them via the unit challenges. If you press F5 and go to your unit challenges, you will be able to see certain mission requirements. You've got to unlock different ones. Do you think Conqueror's Blade will ever come to console? I don't know. I mean, it's not impossible. I think it's certainly not going to be something that happens super fast. I suspect there'll be quite a bit of development work to port it over to console. I've not heard of any plans for console or anything like that, so I don't know. Maybe one day, but I don't think it's kind of going to be anytime super soon or anything like that. Let's have a look. Where am I going? I'm falling off the bridge. Well, hello. I don't know if you're actually in this stream or you just spotted me. Hello to you. Oh, I'm sure that was a hit. Someone's flag is right in my way. Oh dear. Oh well, this is an embarrassing start, isn't it? Oh no, I've skied it. Oh. Normally okay on artillery. Out of all the things, I'm not normally too bad. There we go. Ooh, got a couple up here now. Look, these are going to be a little bit harder to hit. Got a little bit more elevation. Not quite. We got the damage. It wasn't enough to actually kill the artillery piece. We got 5,800. Have another shot. Too high. Dolt. Hello to everyone joining us. I'll check back in the chat in a minute. Don't hit my own siege tower. Damn it. My bad. That was an error. Oh, there goes my bloody cannon. It's because he's built another one on the steps. You see the one I was trying to hit? He built one just on the corner of that steps to shoot at the siege tower. Although amazingly, it looks like our siege tower is almost getting in. Ah, there it goes. Didn't do any particularly good job of shooting them. We'll wait for that to respawn and I'll throw these artillery back on it so we at least get the second one up, because one is not really going to be enough. How's my day been? Yeah, pretty good so far. Just enjoying the nice weather here, so been out in the garden a lot today. Need to get back into the game. Yeah, it's well worth playing. It's with all the season 3 stuff, it's kind of a pretty cool at the moment. Nice to have some new units and stuff to be trying to work towards. I'm just waiting for this siege tower to respawn, and let's throw our unit on that. Let's go and have a look up here. I suspect, considering we've only got serfs here, there's not going to be a lot to play with. We tried to kidnap someone, didn't quite pan out for us. Until we start to get a little bit more sort of set up with some slightly higher tier units, I think we're going to be struggling really to make any sort of dent here. I don't want to be pushing off too much because we've got nothing here. Couple of condottieri. But while my artillery is still pushing that siege tower, and we can't really get a better unit. Is full toughness longsword still viable in season 3? Well, it's certainly not as good as it once used to be. I mean, full toughness longsword really used to be the way to go. I suspect full toughness longsword isn't really quite the same as it used to be, and most people are probably going to go full armor now, I suspect. Do I like them all? It's growing on me. I didn't like it really very much at the start. I didn't push that tower in. I didn't like it very much at the start because it feels kind of clunky and stuff. But now, I don't know, it's growing on me more and more. I'm starting to actually kind of like it now. Come on, I need to wait for... See, I'm kind of stuck because I'm waiting for my units, but they're pushing that siege tower, and I'll just leave them to go up there. The nice thing about the mall is its unit damage. Oof, God, that cannon did me a lot of damage. Just hide around there, get healed up. See my artillery are going over. I'll just let them die. I'm not really interested in them. Only a surf unit. They mean nothing to me. What house am I in? I'm in House Moon Manor. They're getting a bit of pressure now from the back. Try and take out these cannons. Pushing now. Yeah, we've kind of got them sandwiched now. Should be in a pretty decent position. He's dead. And the damage is what makes it so enjoyable, in my opinion. Although, having said that, I got caught on a little bit of a ledge there. Ow. We have got Reapers here now pushing in. Oh, they're doing an advance. It's the right move for them to make. Oh, health! Ah! Okay, a little bit caught. I really thought we were going to be able to sandwich them between the two forces. That advance did them a good job. Let's actually get a half-decent unit now and give that another shot. So yeah, the maul is growing on me, but not a huge fan. Will I go back to the poleaxe? Probably. I suspect I'll probably get... Once I've done my review, proper review on the maul, then I suspect we'll head back to the poleaxe, but we're not quite there yet. When you feel happy, then I feel bad picking dual blades. I think dual blades is not in a too bad a position at the moment. Well, it's had a bit of a nerf, sort of a semi-nerf in the last patch. It sort of got adjusted slightly. Basically, its invisibility bug was fixed, which sort of, in effect, sort of panned out as like a bit of a nerf. So that's kind of changed it quite a bit. Finish off these people. Okay, looks like we're onto the A point. Not a lot else here by the looks of it. Let's get those units saved up. Just try and... Ow! Oh! Bloody hell. I'm stuck on a blooming ledge. Let's let those Conqueror go into work. We're still capturing the A point, so it doesn't really matter. And they're killing stuff anyway. Even if I didn't really intend them to. Oh, he fell off. So we're hitting serfs for sort of, what, 4,000 or something with them all? I mean, the poleaxe will do sort of like 2,000. You almost double the damage. I won't go head on into those halberds. Thank you very much. Well, here we can die. Let's head round. And then go and get that supply point. We got the A point pretty early on, which is a good start. Team's doing a reasonable job. We're a little bit down on kills. What was people saying? 4k damage. Yeah, it is pretty high damaging them all. It feels very slow. That's the main problem I find with it. Even particularly compared to the poleaxe, which is supposed to be fairly slow. The maul feels really kind of sluggish. And you kind of become very reliant on this Molnar skill. It's kind of what makes everything flow. So as soon as you get stuck on cooldown on that, then I feel like you lose a lot of its abilities and kind of get a bit sort of stuck and a bit more sluggish. The maul ultimate is definitely, in my opinion, its biggest sort of overpowered feature. I think the rest of the maul kind of works, but it's the sort of the ultimate that is kind of the main problem for it, in my opinion. Someone just mentioned going a bit laggy. Let's just sort of keep an eye on it. It's going to keep doing it. I'll just do a quick on-off with it, which seems to help sometimes. Is it skipping many frames? It's skipping a few, isn't it? Let's just give that a go. Sometimes that helps. Hopefully that stabilises it a little bit. You might just have a quick intermission, but hopefully you won't really see that too much, and the lagginess should stop. Ah, wrong button. Give me my mouse back. Right, trying to stream and play is hard. For someone like me, anyway, who's a bit useless at this sort of thing. Come on, let's kill some serfs. Or the Martellatori, just basically the same thing. And this is where the maul does really well, in my opinion, in like this sort of just climbing down a line. Oops, actually activate my shock attack, combined with a Martellatori, and it just slaughters everything. And they'd be dead, pretty much. Hit by a musket. Okay, cool. Onto the B point, and we are capturing. Yeah, hopefully that's sort of fixed the lag, at least briefly. I think every sort of 50, because as I say, I'm streaming off my phone, hotspotting off the 4G, so yeah. This is why I don't stream very often. So you'll have to just bear with the occasional bit of lag. But if we restart it sort of every 15 minutes, then I think we should be, hopefully, fingers crossed, be okay. Where is the data for units killed displayed? In what mean? What, this bit you mean? I mean that's just tab. But I don't know. It's a hard counter for shield units. Yeah, it is. The Maul really is a pretty hard counter for shield units. I pretty well completely agree with that. Is this thing still up? No. Cool. We've got a couple of spear sergeants set up here. You should have thought this would be a fair opportunity to go up here. Are we just going to go straight for the C point? I think we will. Oh, watch out for those prefecture pikes. They can be pretty damaging. On the charge, at least, anyway. Get a bit of damage in on these spear sergeants. Oh, god, dear. Getting knocked back a bit. Oh, I didn't quite get my grapple on him. Ow. God, dear, I'm getting pushed back. I can't avoid the stun. Too much stun, too little health. Well, let's run away and regroup. Grab another unit. I need to heal up as well. What's a good counter to Imperial Pikemen? There's no real direct counter to advance. When something starts to advance, then it really becomes kind of pretty hard to do anything about it, Imperial Pikemen wise. Just avoid it, really. They're a very sluggish unit. You just kind of have to deal with it. That is really the Imperial Pike's one and only trump card. Beyond that, they're not all that great. So, yeah, no super easy way of avoiding it, other than maybe a Reaper charge into them. Right, come on, Condottieri. Prefecture pikes. Well, prefecture pikes are only any good on the charge. That's what all their damage is. Get these pikemen set up. Ow, too many enemy units. Try and run him across the front of them. Oh dear, I feel like I'm on my own here. A lot of the team has been killed already. Okay, we need to try and get a bit better here. Hey, which server are you in and which region? I am on EU West 1 and I'm in Liangyong, I think. Yeah, I am in Liangyong. Yeah, Liangyong. The one bottom right. Okay, so we've got a little bit of respawn time. We've still got Imperial shields. What are troop numbers like? Pretty even team to team. We've got a fair bit to do, although we managed to capture the enemy supply point, which is a good sign. Looks like we've got quite a bit of friendly range stuff starting to get set up. So if we can keep the pressure on, then hopefully we should be good on the C point. As soon as we spawn in, we'll grab our shields and try and push up here. Start trying to get a little bit of damage in. So short sword's going to work on those halberds. It's another unit I'd like to look at some point in the future, halberdier sergeants. I think they're kind of an interesting one that needs to have a revisit at some point, I think. Let me push up this way then. Come on, Imperials! Keep up. That's the one problem with these Imperial Spear Guard, is they are so slow. But we can still go and assist on the sea while we're waiting. Looks like we've managed to drive them off mostly. A lot of enemy range though still. I'm kind of tempted just to trip now. Have I used my treb? I can't remember. Oh no, someone else has just got it. A lot of enemy ranged. Okay. So we've got the C point. That gives us 6 minutes. Let's get this way so we don't get shot by the range. To push on their base point, basically. They're 10 heroes, so they're 5 dead already. It might be worth just going for it, to be honest. Come on, Imperials. Try and just get in if we can. Get into position. Come on, get them through this gateway. Would you still recommend Krieg after this? Yeah, I quite like the Krieg still. I think it's a good unit. 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 now I've got my tertios max leveled. I think the tertios are a nicer unit, but obviously they're a lot more leadership. I think the Kriegs are quite a nice unit. But I mean, some people get on much better with the Imperials, but I just find them, for my my level of observation skills on my ranged, I tend to just leave them and forget about them. I find them a bit soft, the Imperials. That's why I tend to prefer. Oh, I didn't quite get him. Ooh, there's a bit of stuff starting to turn up now. Let's think about backing up slightly here. Can you go away? Goodness. Okay, there we go. That's the Maul's kidnap ability. Let's get my self-heal going on. Oh, up to me a lot of damage. Pull back slightly. Ow, 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 ow. God, my poor Imperial Spear Guard are taking a right battering, including me. I've got like 7 heroes on me. Oh no. Okay, yeah, that was never going to end particularly well. Am I taking part in territory wars tonight? Probably not. I'm not really a huge territory war guy. I do them occasionally, but after having been playing this game for a year, I've done a lot of territory war stuff, and I'm a little bit fed up with it all. Hello to everyone who's just joining. Thank you everyone for coming in. Welcome and welcome. How's this actual game going? Not particularly well. I thought we were going to do a reasonable push on base, but they seem to be sort of regaining the situation. Try and take out some of the enemy heroes. Go on, Jewel Blaze is going to get in. Nice, that's just a few kills that we need. They've got a fair bit of stuff set up in base. We don't really have anything left unit-wise. We'll perhaps bring an artillery piece with us, see if we can cannon up, something like that, to start to throw some shots at them. Do you think crafting unit kits is worth the effort? I think it can be. Do I? I don't craft unit kits, I just pay the bronze cost. But it helps that I'm running a premium account, so I can sort of afford to do that. You know, crafting unit kits is worth it, but it's not worth it to me. I can't be bothered. So make up your own decision from that. Right, we'll grab ourselves a cannon. Come on, we're going to run out of troops if we're not careful. We need to start getting the edge sooner rather than later, to be honest. Got to get some decent stuff pouring in, which is what we need. A fair few guns and stuff here. Now we still actually got my artillery. Can we hit how far? It's not until the back, really, is it? No, can't hit anything in here. Get this set up. Looks like I've got a Scorpio set up at the back. Getting a few kills on the enemy heroes, which is certainly a good thing. We've got some range setting up here now. Throwing in a fair few shots. Bada boom. They've got quite a bit of range stuff. Oh no, my poor cannon! You bastards! I thought we had more teammates here than that. Apparently not. Well, we got a sum total of 1 shot off. It's going to be a bit tight, that is, really. Ow. Gonna die again. Blimey! Took some damage there. Get back behind this little section of wall. Heal myself up a smidge. I think we're struggling a little bit. We're getting a bit of capture on, but we're running out of units, 320. Going to see if we can do anything more to help. But they're really pressuring the point, to be honest. Oh, got him. I won't be able to catch him up. Just a lot of hero v hero. Try and get in on that glaive. Okay, nice. What have we got? Imperial Pike advance. We are running out of time. Trying to hit the edge very slightly, but I just don't think we're going to have time to do it, to be honest. The amount of the cannons and stuff we've got coming in as well. He's going to die. Come on, come on. 5 seconds on my healing cooldown. I might just pull back and heal. Blimey. If I can stop getting knocked over. He's on my inside, so we're not going to be able to kill him. Okay, let's just run back and heal briefly. 45 seconds. We might actually end up doing this. Yeah, 4 for 10. Wow, I really didn't think we were going to end up winning this one. Well, you never know. They could still interrupt, but it's looking good at least. I'm going to get in range. There we go. Go on. Hey, there we go. Victory. Well, that was a bit of a close fought one. I didn't think it was going to quite go down like that then for a moment. It was certainly a little bit close. So what people said. So I joined the Asian servers because the devs wanted me to play again and realised that support packages can't go onto the Steam edition. Back to NA I go. Well, the Asian servers, like the Frontier version, is obviously run by effectively a different publishing company, so it kind of gets a little bit complicated. I'm not floor gang, no, I'm on a chair. Oh. What kind of stats are you rocking with your wall? I am full armor at the moment. I'm a full armor build. Because that's what I was with Poleaxe. I kind of thought about changing it, but it just didn't really seem worth it. I think full armor, the tank is what the Maul kind of needs. And yeah, I just kind of went full armor. I've got plus 10 agility on my Maul, so it gives me a little bit of extra blunt penetration. Really needed, given no one has any blunt armor. But yeah, that's why I've got the extra 10 on my agility. But yeah, everything's in armor. All my 72 points are in armor. Okay, let's queue up for another game. That one well. Well, we won anyway. That's the main thing. How did you find the stream? Yes, mobile data. We're currently hotspotting off my phone. So yes, we'll see how we get on. Do let me know if it starts to lag again or anything. It's gonna. I think it does sort of after sort of 15-20 minutes. I have to quickly stop and restart the stream because it seems to get to the point of slowing down a little bit. I'm absolutely roasting. It is super hot inside the shed. I've got no windows or anything, so I'm pretty warm. Pretty warm at the moment. So we're just waiting until we find a battle. Lawbringer with a hammer. Yes, a little bit. Damage doesn't suffer that greatly from going full armor. Not particularly. Well, you are of course losing damage by going full armor, but considering the fact that the blunt damage potential on this Maul is so high anyway, like I think having the extra protection, particularly as it's kind of a unit that's really very frontline and has very little stone control and things like that, I think the armor is more important than that little bit of extra damage. So yeah, for me, I've kind of preferred full armor. I started Poleaxe as a full damage Poleaxe, a full strength build, but I kind of felt it was better going the full armor because it just gives you that extra survivability, particularly as you get into the late game and units become more important. And I think as units become more important, then survivability, staying alive, so being able to control those units becomes more important, and so full armor build becomes more worthwhile. How have you found the skins actually worth the money? Well, it depends if you like them or not, really. Obviously, you get no benefit from them directly. You know, you're not getting any bonus or anything from it. So, if you like the skin, then I think it's worthwhile. Beyond that, I don't know. It's kind of up to you, really. Do you have any business with the affiliation with the devs of Conqueror's Blade? The only thing I've done for them are the adverts. Have you ever seen any of the YouTube adverts? But other than that, no, I don't do anything else with them. I try and pester them for patch notes before the patch notes actually get released. So sometimes you'll see that my patch note videos comes out at the same time as the patch notes, because I normally try and pester them to give me the patch notes a day or two in advance so I can get my video ready. But no, that's about it, really. But all I get from them. How can I claim land? That's Territory Wars, so that's going to kick off in a few hours. Territory Wars, basically you have to assault a village with you and other players, and if you win the battle on the village, you own the village. And if by the end of the hour, so for me it's from 7 PM to 8 PM, but will vary depending on whatever your time zone is, if by the end of the hour you own the land, then you get to keep the land till Tuesday, and then you have to defend it again. Yes, that's what put me into the. Yes, that's the only thing I get with them. Yeah, they're helpful. Like when I ask questions and stuff, we have like a content creator Discord with them, So I get to like ask questions. So like, say if there's a bug or something, we get like a quicker response than if you just put it in like a bug channel. So it's handy for finding stuff out. But that's sort of really the only affiliation, I guess, if you want to call it that.
The enemy siege tower is advancing.
Yeah, the antivirus stuff is a real pain. I really wish that's something they would really put effort into getting sorted out, both from a flagging point of view and kind of the sort of myth that goes around associated with it. There's kind of, if you ever look on Steam reviews, then there's just like a ton of reviews saying, you know, this thing is pure evil and like the work of Satan and etc, etc. And obviously it's not quite like that. There's a lot more to it than that, and a lot of it comes from the false flagging of the Trojan stuff, and also the fact it does track your IP, but so does World of Warcraft, so does World of Tanks, because you can't do an anti-cheat without tracking someone's IP. And that's just kind of how it works. I see you, Day. You snuck onto my team. Can't stream snipe me on the same side. Well, I might as well push this guy off. Yeah, he's going to jump. So yeah, the antivirus thing is a real annoyance. I really wish they'd sort that out, because I feel that puts off so many potential players who end up getting put off because they think it's a virus.
The enemy siege tower is
I wish I could have the graphics like you, but my PC is terrible. Oh, it's yeah, this was I spent far too much money on this PC. Really, it's nice. It looks nice, but it was too expensive. Really, it probably wasn't worth it. But hey ho. What have we got coming up here? A bit of crap. Okay, well they did, whatever that was. A couple of couple of iron caps. Where did they come from? They also did. Should we go and destroy his artillery? Someone destroyed my... Oh, you didn't let him build it. Should have let him build the artillery, man. And then we could have destroyed it. Oh, that's an enemy unit. Okay. Okay, let's cut our way through that. Nice. Okay. Come on, Conqueror. Follow me. Let's go and just sit him in the middle. So a quick map overview. Whew, I'm soaked. Can I join your house clan thing? It's not my house clan thing. I'm actually just a member of it. It's called Moon Manor. So yes, they are open to recruitment. I shall try and find the link perhaps after this battle. Which way do we want to go? And this is where the mall comes into its own. Look how many unit kills we just got. And that was pretty much down to the mall more than anything else. Okay, regroup. Is there a supply point down here? There is. Let's get to the supply point. These Conqueror are a lovely unit. I really must say, I am enjoying them. Whew. What do I think about the Nadachi? I'm not a Nadachi fan. I think the Nadachi itself isn't so bad. It has some pretty nice abilities, and I've been killed by some very skilled Nadachi players, pretty easily. But I suck with the Nadachi, so yeah, I don't use it. I just cannot get on with it at all. Tried it, hated it. So many English-speaking people are asking on the Asian service why they can't connect from Sydney to NA and let us be able to play on the NA basically. Well, I think there's some confusion between the Conqueror's Blade Frontier, which is the Chinese devs Asian version, and Conqueror's Blade as in the Western version. So you're not going to have a North American server on Conqueror's Blade Frontier because my.com have the license for Conqueror's Blade North America. Does that make sense? Make any sense at all? So there's a crossover there. So if you want to be EU, North America, Eastern Europe, anywhere but Asia and China, then you're going to be on the normal Conqueror's Blade mode. And then if you're in Asia or Australia or something like that, then you might be on Frontier because you'll get a better ping. Let's just clear up some of this stuff. He's going to fall to his death. No, he got away with it. Oh no, he did. He fell to his death. That's what we wanted. Okay, well, we're keeping the middle secure for now. What's B point looking like? Not too much stuff there. Oh, he died. That's the slightly overpowered maul carry. The maul carry is a little bit ridiculous. The one area of the maul I think it is a little bit overpowered. Or even it's just very annoying to play against because once you're captured, there's really sort of nothing you can do against it to escape. Do we want to go B? I'm thinking about it. Should we go and have a look at B? Not a lot coming. What? I just ran off a wall. Why am I doing that, Evo, you idiot? Can I get back? No. Bollocks. I'm trying to save my fool on the horse. Come on. I can't believe I just fell off the wall. Sorry. Excuse me. Thank you. Don't mind me. Please ignore that unit. Terribly sorry about that. Right, let's carry on. Let's just ignore him. Look at all these juicy archers. That's what we want. Oh, juicy, juicy, juicy. I'll deal with these ones. And they're dead. Wow. Okay. Wasn't much opposition there. Oh, more? Yeah, please. I don't mind. Someone once said in the comments of one of my videos that my enemies just throw themselves at me, and I must admit that did feel a little bit like that then. Okay, 2 units of archers just walked into me. Thank you. Okay, we've got 11 seconds on our charge cooldown, and then I'm thinking about rear charging these spear sergeants. I'm being hit by archers though, so I need to. Hopefully, is there anyone coming around behind me? Oh, there is. It's not going to go so well. It was looking good. Now I'm regretting it. Come on, let me out. I can't stand up. Oh, okay, we got too confident. But let's wait for the respawn. We've only lost a unit. We've still got our pikes. We've still got our Imperial Spear Guard. And of course, we've still got our Martellatori. Hello to everyone who is joining in. What's going on in the chat? Have you had fun with the Rattan Vipers? Not really. Assuming you're talking about the archer unit, not the mounted horse bowers. The man, the legend. Hey, welcome, old masturbates, and still your tough name to say on stream, as it has been for many years. How do some players put a name with 3 letters? I want to do that, but I couldn't. I have absolutely no idea. Maybe it's something they've changed, and some of the older players used to be able to do that, but we can't anymore. I'm not actually sure what the situation is. That is, crossbow units any good? Well, I mean, crossbow units in general aren't too bad at the moment, but certainly once we get to Pavis, they're going to be a real game changer, I think. Pavis look very strong, in my opinion, and they're going to be a really, really, really decent unit. I'm just thinking about where I'm going to want to go here. Not in front of those archers. Let's move around this corner. There was a bit of stuff at the top of here, so I just wondered if they were going to be pressuring down there, but perhaps they're not. Oh, they're getting the A point. Ah, what do you do? This is where the maul is a bit ridiculous, because I mean, what can he do? Oh, poor guy. And then the Fortebraccios, of course, will just absolutely rape him in this sort of situation. The risk is we're really out of position here. I want to move because those guys realise I'm side on. They will absolutely destroy me. Okay, so let's just pull back a little bit. Pull back around here. So are we going to defend the B point? What's the team want to do? Got some enemy archers above. There's a few over there on the wall. Obviously got to be careful of the C point. I've got a bit of stuff pushing around here. Let me just set myself up based off this wall a second. And we'll kind of just see how this develops. Sometimes there's a bit of an effort to defend B, in which case I'm happy to partake. But sometimes everyone just kind of abandons it because it's not a particularly nice defensible spot. So, you know, it's not always worth it. And we start to lag a little bit again. Brief stream start. Hopefully that'll fix it. Yeah, hopefully that should have got any lagging that we had there. Flick through all my tabs. Too many tabs. Let's get around here then. You want to download the game at your Mac? Yeah, unfortunately no Mac version at the moment. I don't think there's any plans for a Mac version immediately. Boot camp, I guess, is probably your best answer. This is going to be a bit risky because we're a little bit side exposed, to be honest. Yeah, trying to get a little bit of damage in with our pikes, obviously, by pressuring this unit here. Okay, they're pulling back, but we are being archered to death, so I'm going to pull back myself. We took a fair bit of a bleed there. There's a bit of stuff pushing C as well. Let's get on this supply point, heal up, and then let's look at maybe pushing C ourselves. Into a slightly wider formation to give us a slightly wider stance. Okay, what's going on in the chat? I just want to say thank you, to help me a lot. Well, thank you, glad to help. I mean, that really is the point of the videos, is to sort of help everyone get a bit acquainted with the game. So hopefully we should. I'm glad to help. So we're losing B, which is fine. I'm going to go C because I think this is more important. Sorry, can you just set up their spears? Thank you. So ridiculous that is. I mean, yeah. We'll be talking about this in the separate Maul video, so we'll certainly be covering all this. Extremely. Hopefully the stream's back to normal. Hopefully we're not lagging anymore because I just rebooted it. You just have to just after every 15 minutes or so, because I'm hotspotting off my phone, so it's all a bit funky. Funky. Okay, where are we going to go next? Let's just have a look at sitting up in this little alley here for a moment. So, what's the troop numbers like? 859 to 1,000. Well, they've still got a lot of troops. They've done a good job, actually, in getting kills on us. And we've got 4 minutes to hold the C point. They're all going that way, though. Come this way, then, Fortebraccios. Let's get set up off this. I don't really like fighting on the stairs. Push forwards a bit, maybe. Yeah, they just don't work so well on stairs, not this way round. No, it's going off the stairs. Because of the way you're sloping down, it just does not work in that way. Oop. Ah, Trebs. I cannot function on stairs. You need to go at the top of the stairs, mate. Now I can actually get hits. Jesus, there's a lot of stuff coming. I'm never going to stop this lot. Yeah. Okay, that went about as well as I expected it to be. Can I get out of this alive? I don't think so. It's been pushed all over the place. No, I cannot. Yeah, so that's the problem with the Fortebraccios on stairs. Same problem with all pikes, from halberdiers to pike militia. They don't function great on stairs. You like how the guys auto brace? Yeah, the auto brace is quite nice. Although it's slightly, the only time it's slightly annoying is when you want to really micro your position a few times, and the cooldown gives you like a 3-second cooldown. So it can be kind of annoying. And the sound, the little hwah they make when they brace the pikes, kind of grates after a while. It's been quite a while. Well, these guys are about to get hit by a scorpion or a mortar. Wish you had the approach from the bracelet formation. I kind of agree. What do I think about spear? I've not played the spear for quite a long time. It's a very high damaging class, but because it's medium armor and it has nothing like the lifesteal like the Nadachi, it's a little bit more fragile. So I think the spear is very nice. It can just be a little bit fragile though, so we use a little bit of a double-edged sword again. Well, we've got our pierce spears still. 4 minutes 50 to hold the flag. Yeah, not so positive, but let's see what we can do. We'll certainly give it our best shot. Well, really, let's get ourselves set up then with our spear line. I'm going to slightly offset like that, so we're covering the point. Oops, not sidestep, thank you. Set up our hatcher, smack in the middle, we'll give it a shot. We didn't get on very well with artillery last time, so let's hope for slightly better luck this time around. What have we got? One longsword. I'm not going to shoot that. I want to shoot the units that are going to end up following up. Dual blades, possibly. Okay, on we go. Okay, let's try and keep them out. How much are they pushing on the other side? We've got to keep an eye on this gate here. See how much they start to push that way. Well, we at least drove those halberdiers back out of the gates, giving the rest more time for the rest of our team to get set up. Try and hit some of these guys here. I'd like to try to stop that artillery being built, because that cannon is just going to shoot me, isn't it? But, I hope, what can you do? I was going to shoot my poor little Imperial spears. I'm not accurate enough to reliably able to hit that guy. Oh, yes we are! Okay, well that spearman died. What's going on? What do I think about spear? We're done through that one. I don't think this game has much player base from India. No, I don't really know if it does. I don't know if they would be on the Frontier version or not. I suppose you're probably more close to Asia, so you might be on the Frontier version. Let's keep going down. Oh, just joined your Patreon. Thank you very much. Really appreciate the support. Where can we get the Discord link? So the Discord link, I can link it after this battle, or it's on at the bottom of any of my videos. You should find a link to my Discord. I should put it in the description box of sort of all the videos. So hopefully you can find it down there. Looks like they're building a ballista. Let's throw some fire arrows downrange. Not really hitting much there, are we? A little bit of crap around that corner. And that ballista makes me a little bit nervous. Not really all that much for me to shoot at in this case. Get him back round the corner. He's there with the bombs. So that was a real kill steal. What a dick move. Sorry, I don't know why I did that. That was a real kill steal. That was unnecessary. Try and keep some fire going on down, but we're just shooting at a shield wall, so it's kind of a little bit pointless there at the moment. We seem to be holding pretty well so far. 2 minutes left to go, and I'm quite impressed with the team. We're doing a really good job here. Considering that we are down on troop numbers, we're kind of holding them back pretty well so far. Let's try and put the heal on my little unit there. Not really that much for me to shoot at. Oh. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Hey! Wow. Siege spam. Artillery spam in siege. Love it. Let's have a look. My poor Imperial Spear Guards are slowly being picked off, but they've not really made any decisive push yet. 1 minute 30 to go. They are going to run out of time. Well, that didn't really work for me. Our shield Imperial Spear Guard are holding pretty well. We've got a good few kills on them. Good job, team, for keeping them kind of in line. I know these guys are being picked off, but they're doing what they need to do. They're providing a presence on the cap point, and they're kind of keeping everyone back. So as long as they keep doing that, I'm good. Let's have a look around. What's going on in the chat? To carry a full steel armoured, geez, holding a sledge while sprinting. yeah, it must be a bit of a workout to be in full plate armour. Yeah, carry a massive maul. And and do it while sprinting. I can't imagine it'd be a great deal of fun. Hwacha. Yeah, it is quite a fun word to say. I'll grant you. Well, that's my last of my ammo. That was a slightly more successful artillery placement than last time. It's just brutal, isn't it? Alright, come on then. Let's go in suicide. Ah! Go for an artillery piece. Two Imperial Spear Guards left. Oh, I missed. Oh no, I did. I got him. Mine. Again. Yeah. I'm not a fan of them all. Don't worry. But that is the one bit that needs to be nerfed about it, because it's just so hard to do anything about it in that sort of situation. I mean, what could that spear player do? I mean, once he gets hit, there's really nothing he can do. Oh, we're saying we're lagging again. Okay. Hopefully that's back slightly less laggy. We got a vault. Let's have a look. Is that made it slightly less laggy? Do let me know. Hopefully it has. It seems to be showing that that's slowed the lag down again briefly. Just let me know as soon as it goes laggy again, and I'll just quickly sort of stop and restart it, and that seems to sort it. The IT crowd are right all along. Just turn it off and on. Seems fire much better. Cool. That's what we want. I'll try and keep an eye on it. It's just one of those things. I say I'm streaming off my phone, so it's not exactly go. Okay, let's have a look. We got some gold and some silver. Let's queue up again. Might as well. Let's have a look. Oh, actually, very quickly, we'll just have a little bit of look at the Pike unit. Let's check they've got enough equipment. So I was thinking about putting some more doctrines on this. I wasn't quite sure what I was going to put on. Really, I want the unit damaging doctrine, the unit breakthrough, I think it's called, and there should be a brace one as well. So those are the two I'm going to try and get a hold of, and that basically leaves me one spare doctrine slot. They've not got a tremendous amount of health, so I could throw that on it. But they obviously have no range defense, so piercing defense is a massive problem. So I might, at least in the short term, be tempted just to throw on a piercing defense doctrine. That's plus 65, kind of worth having. It throws them over 500 then for their piercing defense. And then kind of as we keep going up, we should hopefully get better and better with this unit. Because they seem pretty nice already. I kind of like them. So, see how we get on with them. Right, let's see what's going on in the chat. Oh dear, so we go. Just wish we did stream 1080p. Oh yeah, well we can't even do 720p, so I don't think we can deal with 1080 on the phone. I think the phone hotspot will just burst into flames if we did. Whew, it's hot. Glad it's coming up a little bit better. You counted me into a Pikes twice. Oh, sorry about that. It's if it helps, I feel kind of bad because the maul is a bit ridiculous. But you got to do what you got to do to win. So it's yeah, my bad. So we're attacking this time. Whiteout Fort. Yeah, not exactly my favourite ever game, if I'm honest. Favourite ever game, favourite ever map. I think it just struggles when things in the battles blow up. General makes the quality drop. Yeah, quite possibly. It's strange because obviously, so I'm hotspotting with my phone. The actual speed test, when you speed test on my phone, it's not too bad. I get pretty decent 4G here. I'm like 40 megasecond or something. It's pretty fast. But it just seems to run for about 15 minutes and then it starts to sort of slow down again. I did wonder if there's almost like a timeout feature on my phone or something which thinks, oh, you're drawing too much data. Let's restart or something like that. I don't quite know what it is or why it would do that, but I don't know. It's overheating. How hot is my phone? Wow, very hot. Just don't know. I just don't know why it would do it. Just seeing how hot the phone is. Pretty hot. Maybe that's part of the problem. Well, we'll press on and do what we can. We'll just have to suffer through a little bit of lag, I'm afraid. Let's have a look. I'll have this cannon here, I think, unless this battering ram's not moving, which it isn't. Oh, I hate cannons over culverins, and we've got to watch out for all these ballistas. Too low. Keep an eye on the ballistas. That's the name of the game. Damn, that's what you got to watch out for. Yeah, the ballistas are a bit of a problem. They can be quite damaging. Anyway, let's wait till we respawn then, I guess, and then we'll re-equip our battering ram. What are your thoughts on the Dachi where it sits? As I said earlier on, I'm not a huge Nadachi fan personally. I've been killed many times by many very good Nadachi players, so I don't know, it seems like a decent unit. I just can't be very good with it. I just suck with Nadachi. I mean, I'm a pretty distinctly average player at the best of times anyway, and that's with playing the same class for the last 6 months, so yeah, I can't really deal with changing class very much. Even the maul's been enough of a pain for me. It's taken me a while to kind of get used to it, so I'm just a bit of a slow learner of these sort of things. Keep on going down. Waiting for a new laptop, starting playing again tomorrow. Well, hopefully that works out well for you. It's always exciting getting new hardware. Hopefully you'll enjoy it once you get in. Yeah, been there. Yeah, we've all been one-shotted by the ballistas when we were getting a little bit cocky, maybe. Looks like the turning ballistas have been taken out. Looks like our battering ram is getting in. Sorry, I'm absolutely drowning in sweat. If I didn't hear earlier, I'm in a shed. It has no windows and it has a black roof, and it's really quite hot today, so it is really roasting in here. It's like being inside a small oven. It'll be the network provider. Yeah, but remember, I'm on a phone network, not on my normal internet, because my normal internet is really, really slow. Then someone asked, am I maining them all now? No, I will be going back to the poleaxe more than likely. I'm just doing them all because I wanted to do a review video on it. And so I thought I've just been sort of working through it, getting used to it, getting familiar with it.
Siege tower has been destroyed.
Oh, he's got iron sides on. I've got no chance. Kidnapping. Hopefully, the time we get down here, his iron sides will be off. And we're pushing down into all the other people. Come on, get him, Conqueror. Oh, he's going to escape. Oh, sod him. He's gone. Maybe I should have just thrown him off the wall. But throwing into the Conqueror would have worked, but apparently not. Ow. My little artillery aren't going to do amazingly against these swordsmen.
The right siege tower is advancing.
See if we can back this longsword player off a little bit. Okay, he's running away. Well, let's just engage these guys. Oh, I got stunned right from the off. That's not exactly what we want. Our friendly guys are pushing in hard there. Put the artillery on the advance, just get them to sort of throw themselves forwards. They might as well at least block something. Wow, he flew a long way. It's one of the more fun sides of them all, is the fact that it can kind of fling people off. Is there something down here to throw him into? Oh, at least he fell to his death. That'll do. I'll take it. Let's get ourselves healed up, and then we need to go back and grab another unit. Okay, what is going on in the chat? The Martillery struck fear into them. Yeah, not much fear, I suspect. I do quite like them, though. For 30 leadership, I still think they're a decent unit. Because he's getting the full, the full 10% mercenary bonus from them. That full, third of a premium account for only 30 leadership. So they're well worth bringing, and they push siege towers as well as anything else. So, yeah, I'm a fan. Thoughts on Namkhan's favourite archer of mine? Yeah, they're a very, very good unit. They are kind of the mid-tier archer unit to have, and they're better than pretty much all the top-tier archer units. So, yeah, Namkhans are in an amazing place right now. Will they end up getting nerfed in the future? Maybe. I don't know. Get off that rock. The bleed damage is certainly very high on them. So, yeah, they're a very good unit. So, let's get back up and around onto these walls, I think. Start to clear up, and then let's see if we can start to push down more onto the flat. Start to actually sort of leverage the A point a little bit more. Let's keep pushing up here. Hop off my horse. Do you run the same stats for your poleaxe? Yes, I'm just a full armor build. I do the same for them all and the poleaxe. Same either way. I don't bother to change it. Oh, I can't quite catch it. Mine feels so wrong, but it's just so easy. Can you please stop attacking on the corner, my artillery? Ow. Oh, I've really screwed this up. Come on, out. In. That's a bit more like it. There we go. Okay. We lost quite a few Conqueror though to that, doing that. That's not so good. Let's stand on the cap point if no one else is going to interrupt us. There's quite a few enemies on kind of the left. Ow. A bit of a heal. So we've got some pikes over there. There's some guys out in the open as well. I bet they're both rat and rangers. What are you doing? Don't mind. I bet these guys are both rat and rangers out here, outslotting everyone in the open. Wait for these guys. I'm going to bank on it ending there. I want to cool down on my thing. It's not going to work for me. Running up and down this line a bit. I don't know where I'm going to put him. Oh, he died. Okay, we're being driven back off the point again. Try and make our way down here. Get a bit of damage in. Okay, he's dead. Nice. Just trying to keep the pressure on. Oh, another one. Didn't mean to get him. And let's go and get... Well, if we're going to cap, maybe I should just hit it here to help apply pressure. Muskets don't really want to be on the front line. He's been kidnapped, well and truly. More Contrataries. Another hero dead. We seem to be getting lucky on the hero kills on this match. Just a few random ones. And nice, we're starting to get our muskets set up now. Starting to get a little bit of pressure on them. Yeah, really racking at the kills. I think we're going to get this. Nice A point, at least, that is. Let's just go along this line, start to clear some of them out. He was just a little bit too far forwards. The maul does do quite a lot of damage. Okay, we're pushing them back on the point, so we're now getting the capture. That's what we need. Our friendly units are pushing forwards. Good job, team. Nice. Okay, and we're going to get the A point. Nice job. Well, it's certainly a decent team, because I didn't do a lot, because I didn't even have a unit out. Well, let's see if we're going to rush this supply point, and I'll get a fresh unit. Why don't we have 10 HP? Because I am running off my phone at the moment. We're phone hotspotting, and yeah, that works about as well as you would expect. How is the stream looking? Well, not lagging amazingly. Not at the moment. Anyway, it doesn't seem. What a miracle that is. Let's get a fresh unit. Sorry, I'm sweating. Whew. Where are we going to go? No, let's go this way. Let's keep on moving down. Morsley's pretty good. Yeah, it is pretty decent. I think it's if you take away the ultimate, then I think it's acceptable. I think the ultimate is what tips it over the edge. Even if not in terms of direct power, in terms of just like who wants to be carried across the map. It's just not a lot of fun. It's only fun for the person doing it. Kind of like artillery in World of Tanks or something like that. Wow. I was kind of curious to how brutal that was going to be. Fairly. Was the answer. Okay. Cool, that's them dead. That's a fairly big chunk of building. Let's have a look down here then. Can we just treb this? Don't advance too soon. Please don't advance there. No! Don't get yourself trebbed. Halt! No! You're gonna friendly fire! Ooh, come on. Don't come this side of that. That's a little bit... That's okay. That's okay. Whew. We got away with it. We didn't friendly fire. We're good. We're so good. In this sort of situation with the pike advance, it's very hard for the enemy to do a lot because as soon as they start to advance, they come into range of my pikes. It becomes quite hard for them to pressure the point. Look at this, it's like a bloody Greek phalanx. This is ridiculous, but amazing. How close are they going to be? A little bit dangerously close, but we can get away with it. What are you doing? Let's have a look. We need to just advance a little bit more then, don't we? Just to clear this corner slightly, I think. A bit of stuff coming around. Ideally, I want these shields to push up just a smidge more. Just get in out of the way. Sorry, feel bad. What have we got? We might have an Imperial Pike advance, which is going to be a bit more problematic. Oh, it's going to hurt more. Let's do what we can to interrupt. Ow, 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 ow. Dying. Okay, well at least it's been stopped. I need to heal it. Oh, I'm going to bleed to death. No! Damn it. Damn. Booming bleed damage. So yeah, so if you're asking how good are Namcans, pretty good. What's your PC specs? I think it's a 7th gen i7 and it's a GTX 1080 Ti. So you have to start on like 16 gig of RAM and other sort of sundry stuff. Shields just stationary shooters at the back. Yeah, that was a pretty nice effort by the team there to move up with those shields because that really enables us to advance with our pikes. An interesting Imperial Pikes versus Fortebraccios. I think those Imperial Pikes were just too outnumbered. I think on a 1-to-1, I think Imperial Pikes would still beat Fortebraccios because their advance is still, you know, pretty unstoppable in kind of most of those sort of situations. What kind of units are better to take out shield units? Well, the kind of the point of shield units is that they block everything. So there's nothing directly that immediately counters them. You know, something like the Imperial Pikes are good because they're, you know, quite effective because they can always push through, so they knock everything back. But everything else is, you know, you're always going to run into shields. Just best thing to do is get around behind them if you can. What have we got next? When's the next skin? At 50. Here we get the... I'll go kind of well with them all, won't it? Get that at 50. Cool. We've got a little pouch of silver. Thoughts on halberdier sergeants. I've not actually got them unlocked yet, my halberdier sergeants. This is something I'm going to unlock with the... You know, we've got these these sign-in bonuses. That's what I'm planning with unlocking with my heroic era signature. I'm just going to grab these halberdier sergeants because they're a unit that kind of we need to look at. But yeah, they're on the list to look at the halberdier sergeants. They're just too much. Yeah, I'll get to you after the streaming day. I'll look afterwards. I can't look at the moment. Can't multitask to that level. Okay, let's queue up for another battle. And see how we end up getting on. They should make using heal stop bleeding. Yeah, I think they should fiddle around with the hero healing slightly. I don't think it's quite how I'd like it to be. Can this be a super long stream? I don't know. I'm already like absolutely melting. It's. I mean, I know I'm probably fairly pathetic, but it's really, really hot in here with no windows. It's pretty ridiculous. Whew. So Orgolia, we are defending. I might go Autobrachios on the A point then. See kind of how we get on with that. I probably won't be around for territory war tonight. I don't think. You never know. See what time we finish the stream. But by the time I finish this, I'll probably be about ready for dinner, and then I'm never much of a territory war fan at the moment. Oh dear! But it's awesome to have so many people turn up to the stream. Thank you for everyone who's turned up and been supporting. It's great to have so many. I don't do very many live streams. As I say, it's entirely reliant on my phones. It's always a little bit of a hit and miss game, so don't do too many. But it's pretty cool to have so many here. Okay, so we're going to load into Orgolia. Starting to get quite a few more blue pair players now. Everyone's starting to get their level up a little bit more. We're still a way off. Still only 74, so we've still got a way to go. Let's have a quick look around what's going on while we're waiting for that to load in. If anyone has any questions, do throw them in the chat. I'll do my best to answer them. Let's have a look around. Not going too bad. Yeah, so cool to have so many people here. I was going to throw in that. Okay. What else is going on? You don't like territory war? I dislike territory war, but when the game started back in, when did we get to open beta? May, June, something like that. You know, I did my own house and was like every territory war. You know, you try to organise and you're leading in, etc. And you know that's like a year ago now. Well, it's now May again. So it's almost a year ago I've been doing territory wars. So after a while, like it's a little bit. I don't know. I've become less of a fan, and I just feel like it's time that could be spent on editing a video or sorting out a thumbnail, or you know, deciding what the next sort of video is going to be, the next bit of content, etc. So yeah, I do some territory wars, but I'm not one who turns up to like every single one. Let's just get this unit placed in. Then let's go and have a look at the artillery. If we can, well, let's just shoot the siege tower. If in doubt, shoot the siege tower. Big fan of videos, keep it the good. Thank you very much. Glad you like them. That's the aim. What do you think about T-Dragon banned because he used his friend's account? I don't know who's T-Dragon. I don't know anything about it. What, he got banned because he logged onto someone else's account? I don't know. I've not really, don't know really anything about it. So it's a little hard to say. Hopefully it's something that you can get sorted out with support or something. Is this a new map? I've never seen it before or played it 1,000 times. Your views on the short bow? Oh goodness. Don't know. Not played the short bow for a very, very long time. I played it back in... I don't think I've played it since open beta. I think I played the short bow back in closed beta. So, I don't know. I can't really comment on it too much with any sort of reliability. Well, it's a bit unnecessary to treble them, and they've got so many artilleries. So yeah, don't know about the short bow. I think it's fine. I think the longbow is probably better. I am a spear user. Have you used the spear before? How did you like it? I haven't for a long time. I have in open beta, I think, but it's been... Wow. Don't even really need to do anything, do I? Well, they're dead. Spears. What was I saying? Something about spears? Forgotten. Spears. Spears. Do I like the spear? Yeah. When did I last play it? Open beta. That was it. 6 months ago or something. Yeah, I like the spear. It's too fragile for my playstyle, though. I'm too aggressive. And I just charge into situations, so I just get myself killed. So yeah, spear's great. Does a lot of damage. Really effective in that sense. But it's a bit of a glass cannon. And yeah, I would just get myself killed. It's not for me, but I think it's a pretty decent class.
The middle siege tower left siege tower is advancing.
Have you ever considered any content feature that would take Conqueror's Blade to the next level? Sort of such as, what do you mean, take the game to the next level or take the content to the next level? I mean, if it's terms of taking the content to the next level, one of my problems is the fact that my editing skills seriously lack a lot to be... Oh, I can't believe that missed. My editing skills are not amazing, as I'm sure you all know. I often screw up in the editing. It was a tough old unit. So that's one problem I have with that. And then obviously in terms of, I would always like the game to get more players because I love the game. I really genuinely enjoy playing this game. And, you know, I want it to do well because I want more people to play it. I want matchmaking time queues to be shorter. I want, you know, to push the developers to actually start to make things better, fix bugs, etc. So yeah, there's a lot of things that we'd like to see changed. And more players are going to help that. So any of the content that I can do to sort of help bring in more players is something I'd like to do. We don't really want to be pushing down there. We can help. What have we? Yes, I am a EU West team. Yeah, I'm on the EU West 1 server at the moment. Ow, grenade. Do you mind, Bob? He's a very skilled musket player. Okay, he's pulling back. Oh, we've got some woodcutters coming in. Looks like they don't quite fancy it. The Fortebraccia is taking a bit of a beating now. They're starting to run a bit low on their old health front, I think.
The left siege tower is advancing.
Not a lot else coming this way. Mostly seem to be stacking up on this gate. Let's see what they want to do. If they're going to make a push. And if they do, I'll switch myself over. We've got so many Fortebraccias here. It's, yeah, a bit ridiculous. Oh. Reposition. Quickly, 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 quickly. Race. Oh, they're going to pull back. I want to try and deal with them if I can. Oh, what a terrible swing. Come on, Evo, get yourself together. It's the one nice thing about them all is the fact it does really decent damage against Reapers. Look at that. 2,500 in the back. Okay, they're dead now. We got one pinned down. It's worth putting the effort in to kill this unit because it's a unit that we don't have to deal with later on then. Okay, nice. Now we can go back to the open. Hello to everyone who's joining the stream. We just passed 100 viewers by the looks of it, which is absolutely awesome. My editing is fine. Oh, I don't know. Sometimes my editing. If you've watched some of my videos, the most comical one is when I'm like, oh yeah, I'll be sure to edit in this screenshot at this point in the video, and then because I then record it and then I edit it like the day later, or I edit it when I'm drunk or something, then I completely forget, and it's just like, yeah, some of my editing, I just kick myself. So not the greatest editor. Well, not really a particularly good video content at all, really, but still, I have fun. A streamer brought me to this game, but you kept me here. Oh, thank you. Glad to be able to provide hopefully some entertainment. We are being shot to death by some noun cans. Someone's got set up, probably just about over there. They're also pushing the B point quite hard by the looks of it. But we got a few heroes there. Hopefully we'll be okay. My unit be dead. Okay, well, let's hide behind these Fortebraccias for a moment. A point's, you know, got a bit of a limited life expectancy at this point. We are going to die. Let's try and stun as many of these as we can so they get caught in the Fortebrachio brace. Nice. But the things like that, the maul is just awesome. What a class for that sort of thing. Okay, I've got two. Beware the dual blades. Trying to keep what's going on in chat. When I started in September, your channel was the only one I could find. Videos are helpful. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I try and sort of keep it. There's a few other really good YouTubers as well. There's people like Indigenous Poncho. He's a much better player than I am. I think that's one of the things I probably come in for most criticism for, which is completely fair, is that I'm not an amazing player. There are some very, very good Conqueror's Blade players. I'm definitely not one of them. You know, I sort of know how things work, but I'm not necessarily very good at implementing them. It's more of a case of do as I say more than what I do. Because you'll see me quite often do pretty stupid things. But hopefully I try and keep things sort of vaguely entertaining and light-hearted, and hopefully occasionally provide the helpful insight while sort of being vaguely entertaining. At least that's kind of the plan of what I go along with. Where's that poleaxe going? Get away from our A point. How hard are they pushing B is the other question. Pretty hard. Is this gate closed? It is. So we can't really get back even if I wanted to. Oh, swine. I'm going to try and have a swing at him. Ow. On fire. On fire. Bleeding. Slow down. So many attributes. Heal. Can't find the H key. The game is now in open beta. What will happen after this stage? I actually don't know. I would assume... So we're in open beta now. Obviously from closed beta. We were in closed beta. I think we went to open beta like May. Something like that. I would have thought at some point maybe we'll go to full release. I just don't know when that's going to be. I mean, I think if you think to companies like World of Tanks, which is something I sort of compare this game to sometimes, even though it's completely different in terms of the companies and stuff. Oh, I've been kidnapped. Then they took like 5 years to go from open beta into the full release. You know, World of Tanks 1.0 didn't come on until like 5 years after the game was released, if not more. So we might not see the end of open beta for a long time in this game. In effect, in my opinion, the game is basically out, and yeah, we're just calling it open beta basically for whatever reason. Hello there for Denmark. Oh, welcome to the stream. What's your opinion on the Javelin ears? I quite like Javelin units. I tend to always get on fairly well with them. I think the thing I like about Javelin units is you can have a really terrible game, you can make loads of mistakes, but you still get the Javelin throw, and you're pretty well guaranteed to kill a bit of stuff with the Javelin throw. So you can't really go too far wrong with it, in my opinion. So that's kind of why I'm a big fan of Javelins. I prefer the Javelin Sergeants over the Imperial Javelineers, although I'll readily admit Imperial Javelin is possibly the better unit. But I don't know, I just get on better with that extra ammunition capacity in the Javelin Sergeants, or I at least prefer them. So yeah, fan of Javelineers, really like the Javelin Sergeants. We'd like to see the defenders get a catapult strike. Yeah, there's been often talk about a sort of a defender's trebuchet. The problem is, I feel like generally speaking, sieges are reasonably balanced. There are map problems, but reasonably balanced between defenders and attackers. And if you start introducing things like defenders' trebuchets, then how are you going to balance that out? Because obviously that's going to make it better for the defenders. You know, if we get effectively a defending trebuchet, you've got to balance that out somehow to negate that advantage. So I don't know. It seems nice, but I think it's throwing in a whole load of balancing trouble for no real reason. Do we really need defending trebuchets? I think it's just going to be a balance issue. So I think it's probably easier not to have them. Okay, bit of stuff starting to turn up now. I want to get trebbed if we can. They're getting their Fortebrachios out, and they're getting their muskets here. Here comes the Treb strike. Hopefully if I go up here I'm going to be okay. Oh dear. A bit tight, isn't it? Oh! Stray one. Nearly. Still alive. Ideally I want them to advance, but... No, you know, sod it. Oh, this is suicide. Oh, straight into the Fortebrachios. Yeah, that went about as well as I really should have known it was good. And we got hit by an Iron Reaper charge. Yeah. Yeah, not so good. How Going down, how's the game for the more casual loader type players? I was thinking of going for it with a buddy or more of an RPG than MMO. Are houses demanding? Is it fine staying neutral? So yes, I think this game has a reasonable place for sort of individual or low number players. Houses, as a general, vary according to different houses. Some houses are a lot more serious than others. There are some houses who are fairly serious and will have requirements that you have to fulfill weekly. But obviously in return you kind of get more territory on the map because they tend to be better in territory wars. I mean, or you can go for houses that have very little requirements, you know, and are really just about groups of people playing games together. So yeah, I think it works just fine. There's certainly places to accommodate you. And of course there's also the AI houses if you wanted to join them. Some of the cohorts and the legions which you can join and there's absolutely no requirements at all, you know, it's just an AI house. So yeah, I would have thought you'd be able to find something that works for you. Are we going to go on the ground or along the wall? Should we have a look along the wall? Little spear boys out. We're not doing very well at all this game. It's been a bit of a shocker, hasn't it? Yes, learn to lock about the longbow for the poncho. Yeah, he is an extremely good longbow player. He is very, very good. And he does some pretty nice videos. Well worth checking out. Okay, we're about to get hit by these... Oh, I'm not talking about this is going to be a bit of a tough one. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm not going to get out of this alive. Oh, and Reapers. Jesus, there's so much stuff. Where did this lot all come from? Bloody hell. Yeah, that's yeah. That went not so well. so Reapers. Yup, that about summed that up. Okay, well that didn't go so well. Moving on down the list, Warframe has been in open beta for 7 years. Yeah, I suspect we'll end up having a similar sort of situation. The main thing I like about this game, even though there is a pay shop, it does work keeping it fairly rewarded, so free-to-play players can still play fairly. Yes, I think it does do. Generally speaking, I think when you compare this to to bring up World of Tanks again, I think when you compare this to games like that, we do a pretty reasonable job of not being too pay to win. Because there's not really anything that's quite so ridiculously overpowered. A lot of the stuff, you know, all the units, the Maul class can be unlocked by anyone. You know, all this is pretty easily achievable by free-to-play or pay-to-play players, so it kind of cuts both ways. And most of the stuff they sell are just skins and stuff, which might look cool but don't actually help you. So yeah, I generally think they do a pretty reasonable job. What group to play? I am which server? I'm on the EU West 1 server. Be happy if you can see how many trebuchets already used. Are we lagging again? I fear we reboot. We are back on. Hopefully that stopped the lag. Apologies for that if we have. Do let me know if that's fixed the lagging. Hopefully it has, because I think we might have started lagging again. Back to what we were doing, defending the D point. Looks like the C point is relatively secure. We've only got our Martellatori, so it's not exactly good for us. Can we steal that kill? We cannot. Well, there's a lot of archers over the wall, so we don't particularly want to go down there. We didn't have a lot of luck going along the wall last time, though, so... But we've only got a minute left, and we're actually holding them, which is nice. So let's give it a shot. I think, to be honest, our territory will probably die before they even made it to the Namkhans, so... I don't foresee this going particularly well, but, you know, give it a whirl. Charge! Well, actually, let's group up. Group up! Come on, you've got to go together. This is never going to work out, is it? Can we kill the spear? Yeah. Alright, we can kill a few bits of stuff. I'm going to get shot to death by a musket volley in a minute. I can feel it coming. Oh, at least we managed to get a few extra kills. Hey, kill the Namkhans. You can see the bleed is inevitably going to start stacking up. Just get in amongst them. Oh wow, they actually captured the C point. Oh, I hadn't banked on them doing that. What did they do that for? Did he survive that? He did. Biggie swine. Amazingly, we didn't bleed to death. We are now completely out of units, though. Any good Nozachi players? There certainly are good Nozachi players out there. I'm certainly not one of them. But yeah, there are some very, very competent Nozachi players out there who do an extremely good job, and I've been killed by many times. It's just it's not the easiest class to use for a beginner. I don't think. I think it's certainly one that takes a little bit of time and a bit of practice to get used to. Okay, let's go round and we're going to either look at either the D point or trying to hold base, basically. They're capturing base. That's not really what we want. Who's on there? Is it just one guy? Come on, we're going to protect our own Namcans now. So what have we got going on? We've got some more archers coming back over here. They are starting to get a bit low on troops. I mean, as are we, but, you know, not too bad. What have we got coming up? Some enemy archers going up over that way. Not really too much pushing the D point, which is good. If they capture the D point, obviously it's going to give them another 3 minutes. So we want to try and avoid that if we can. I'd be happy if we could see how many trebuchets we've already used. Yeah, that would be kind of handy, actually, if we knew how many trebs the enemy had already deployed. Although there's always a couple probably left by the end. There always seems to be a few more, so perhaps it wouldn't be that useful. See, there's always a few more trebs as one just lands. Unless that was a mortar. Oh, let's throw ourselves in. Ow, can't stand up. I'm trying to steal him. Don't really know where I'm going to go, though. Oh, he's got away. Definitely got away. Oh, oh, nice job, team. Okay, bit of crap getting onto point now. Ow, that's painful. That is painful. Okay, team's doing a fairly good job. I'm going to pull back and heal. So we can dash on again if we need to. 45 seconds. I think we're going to be okay, to be honest. 7 of them are dead. Looking pretty good. Is the Halberdier Sergeants good? I don't know. I haven't actually got them unlocked. I think they can be pretty decent. I certainly enjoyed the normal Halberdiers. So, yeah, I'd hope so. Let's just keep this guy blocked up. Those poor little archers are just getting shot to pieces. They're the premium Black Dragon archers, I think. Getting absolutely shot to pieces by those muskets. Bit of enemy range there in the distance. Most of the enemy team are dead, though, so I think they're going to struggle to... well, it's not possible for them to take this within 13 seconds, so we definitely got it. So we might as well get on the offensive and try and kill something. Bonk. Kill a few muskets. Why not? Ow. Ow. Cool. Well, we won. Nice. Nice job, team. And I just unlocked Imperial Spearmen, and they don't seem tanky at all. What level or veteran helps them maintain formation? Oh, we got a rare helmet schematic. Nice. That's a sort of 30 or 40,000 silver. Lagging again. Oh. How's that? Hopefully that's got it. Sorry about that, guys. Apologies. So yeah, it's the my slightly wonky internet. Hopefully that has fixed the lag. We can but hope. Let's have a look where we were up to. Let me just stick my veterancy point in my photo bracket before I forget. We've seen that armor penetration. These guys are starting to get really insane AP damage now. 2100 piercing AP, which is pretty crazy. Don't run into these guys. So my Imperial Spears, my Imperial Spearmen, I've got the max level. We can actually do with topping up their unit kits. Ouch, that's expensive. Veterancy line wise, I've gone fully down the bottom for the sort of the maximum tankability. They get it all the way along, really. Veterancy line, you know, things like this increased blocking kind of helps. Block recovery, you know, they're getting picked up again quicker. They get that shield bash, which is kind of nice, which can cause knockdown, which keeps enemies away from them a little bit. And then they get this healing point towards the end. I think that's 15. I think they're going to get that. And then that gives you an extra option to tap 3, and it heals them up over sort of that 15 seconds. Actually does a pretty reasonable job. It heals them a good chunk. That's pretty nice to have. And then you get that plus 20% defense increase, which puts, you know, your piercing defense almost to 900 and, you know, 730 for slashing. So they end up a pretty decent unit. Actually, a doctrine short on them. We could probably... Well, is there anything else? And temporary Imperial Spear reduces taken from charge. That's pointless. I've got the health doctrine on them, as well as, you know, piercing damage to them, and then that piercing defense to really make them range resistant, because I seem to spend most of my time with these guys kind of being shot at by enemy ranged units. Okay, let's get ourselves queued back up again so we're not standing around too long. I don't know how long we've been streaming for now, about an hour and a half by the looks of things. It's nice to have such a consistently good number of people. It's really quite awesome. Let's have a look. I've lost the chat. Where have I put it? I've lost my chat window. Where's everyone gone? There you all are. Okay, cool. Let's see how we do on the next one. We seem to be winning quite a few. We're doing pretty well. Let's have a look what's going on in the chat then. How is just pretty good when leveled? Well, something. Oh, it's Vader. Hello, Vader. Yeah, I'm certainly going to get them at some point. All my characters got deleted recently. Why did your characters get deleted? Are you sure you're not on the wrong server? And created a new one, but when I play it, I'm playing the same map over and over. You shouldn't. On random queue sieges like this, it just sort of gives you a random, throws you onto a random map. Sometimes you get the same one a couple of times in a row. I guess that's just how the server loads them, but generally it should be changing your map. I'd certainly check if you think your character's been deleted though. I'd make sure that you're not on the wrong server, because you know, it's not the first time, and certainly not the first time I've done it when I've accidentally logged onto EUS2 and gone, all my stuff's gone, all my progress, and then, you know, only to realise that I'm actually on the wrong server. And of course my character's not there. Hey, how'd you join free battles? So free battles are only at set periods of time. I can't remember exactly which days it's on. It's, I want to say, maybe Wednesdays and Sundays? And they're like, so my time, they run for 2 hours. They run from 7 PM to 9 PM, which I think is probably 8 to 10 CEST time. If you go to the Conqueror's Blade website, the main website, you should find on there something called like event schedule. And that kind of should give you a bit of an idea of what's running and kind of when. Let's have a look how we're getting on. Yep, still don't seem to be lagging, hopefully. Fingers crossed, we seem to be okay. Keeping on going down. And shield bash ability. Yeah, shield bash is pretty nice. I'll probably only be streaming for another half an hour or so, Vader, so I'll probably be okay. I'll perhaps pop in to chat with you afterwards. So I started with my 4 Brachios. Just going to chuck myself in the gateway. Because you're trim safe in this gateway, so it's a pretty nice place to start, generally speaking. Although I nearly just get hit by a cannonball there. Just stick myself there. Please don't hit my poor little pikes with a cannonball. That wouldn't be so nice. Are Javelin Mercenaries worth it? So before the Martellatory, I would have said yes. They were my favourite one because I found them quite effective, and they still are because they're the only one that has any sort of ability to damage high tier units. All the other mercenary units I find really struggle against anything high tier. Whereas the javelins, you know, you throw a volley of javelins at Reapers, it still does a chunk of damage because they have so much armor penetration. So yes, the mercenary javelins are still a pretty decent unit, but the Martellatory are kind of really the current meta because you're getting all the same bonuses, but just for a fraction of the cost. So that's really where it's all about at the moment. Bit of an archer battle going on here by the looks of things. Looks like we actually kind of won as well. So they're still pushing everything in. All the siege towers are coming in. I'm not quite sure what our archer is doing, climbing up from there. Must have fell off the wall. Going down the map. I'm reading someone type map and I'm thinking map and map. You're the best. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you for that. Very nice. Is this a new map? It's one of the newer maps. It's been out a while now, but like, I don't know, a month or so, something like that. I kind of like it. I like the brick fort. It looks kind of cool. But it's just got this gateway, which is just, it can be a little bit overpowered because it can't be trebbed. So it makes like this invulnerable position. It can be really nice if you can get muskets up here. Depends if the enemy decides to sort of charge this or not. If they really throw themselves at this, you can really rack up an awful lot of kills very quickly. Sometimes. I might push myself slightly further forward. Kind of so much further back here, my pikes almost reached the front of that militia. Such long on these 4 Brachio pikes. Yeah, Vader confirmed the times for the free battle is probably spot on there. I'm going to pull myself over this way if there's not a lot here. And to be honest, I think everything's getting cut down before it even gets close to me being able to get any damage on it. Yeah, we got a kill! Woohoo! This is where the Fortebackers do really well because they can really just cut through everything like this. Might as well go for a swing with them all though. I love the fact that when a unit dies and you hit him with a full swing like that, they actually go kind of flying slightly. It's really quite a satisfying animation. You hit them and you just see them go flying off the walls. It's really quite good fun. How hard are they pushing B? Pretty hard. Should we go B? Oh, we're such a slow unit though. Depends how hard they're coming that way. Is there anything coming up there? There's not. Let's go. Let's go round to the B point. I think that's what we need to do. Cool. Let's pull these guys down here. Oh, were you the guy on the wrong server? Yes, cool. You were on the wrong server. Oh, well, glad I got that sorted for you. It's a really easy mistake to make. Loads of people have done that, so don't worry, you're not the only one. Glad you managed to find your character. You need to remove the bug where you get every single hero getting it. There's so many bugs in this game still that need to be fixing. They've got quite the long list of things they need to get sorted, really. Let's come on, let's wait for these guys to catch up. And let's go and try and keep this B point safe. Let's initially just set myself up on this corner. It's kind of one, it's not the easiest point to protect in a way because it's a bit of a rounded corner. It makes it kind of hard to get on nicely on here. They've got so much range, and as soon as you clear this corner here, you're then trebleable, so it becomes a bit difficult. Yeah, I don't really want to go down there. Just hold back here for a moment, see what they decide to do. Depends if they're going to push up with their archers or with something else. So they're coming down with a few shields, maybe slowly making their way down. Is there any to get more personal histories besides the main credits? I don't think so. Personal histories are one of those things you get a few of in the main quest, and that's kind of your lot, really. After that, I think pretty much the expectation is you pretty much have to buy them, which is a bit of a pain. But I suppose you have to make money somehow. But yeah, you get a few, and that's kind of your lot, really. Those Martellatories having a bit of a pop. There's a lot of stuff down this alleyway. I'm not going to go down there because I'll just get cut to death by the range. I need to give it a fair pump, but it's not worth throwing my life away when we don't really have a lot here left to support the B point. Our own archers are going to have a bit of a hard time at this. Yeah, our Namkhans are just going to get slaughtered. There's just far too many of them. Okay, so starting to get a bit closer here now. We are probably just touching the point, so I may just hold position. Oh, I missed him. Going to have to re-angle slightly. Come on, turn. Pike's down! Yes, we got that down just in time. What have we got? Javelin Sergeants pressuring us now. This is where Javelin Sergeants do good because they do so much damage. You can even absolutely devastate those shields. And my poor Fortebackers is just going to get to pieces now because we're just facing up against range. So it becomes very hard to do anything. You know, I can pull back around the corner, but then of course they can get on point. It's kind of the flip side of. I don't know why I healed while I still have a bleed damage going on. Man, we got away with that. No, we didn't. There we go. That's full health. You know, what have we got? Group shot cannons. I don't want to charge the Javelineers. I don't want a javelin to the face. So we're just got to deal with these Namkhans, really. Shortbow is really after me. There's not that much there if we made a push, but I've not really got a lot else other than my little pikes here, and there's not really any other melee units here with me. And there's quite a few enemy heroes, so it's going to be hard for us to do anything. Keep on the point so they don't get it. See if we can grab someone, maybe. Well, at least we're holding them up. I think we're just going to have to play the waiting game. And at least it's not Namkhans currently shooting at me, so I'm not getting bleed damage. Oh, those Conquerors turned up just not really in enough time. Come on then, let's have a pop. Come on, quickly people, quickly, along the line. Shoot a little bit more. Keep the bike advance going. Oh, I actually slaughtered that drill blade. Ow! I'll just call the unit to me now, I think. Oh, get those pikes set up for this charge. It'd be better if the unit actually stayed back. There we go. They're now coming right into my Pike's perfect range. And that's when we get the kills. Ah, we're going to get Treb though. Push forward, push forwards. Avoid the Treb. I need to heal. Let me look at my health. I'm dangerously low. Go on, try and keep formation for the Brachios, because you can kill those squires. I'm really quite enjoying these for the Brachios, it's got to be said. You did. Let's just go to town a little bit on these guys. Okay, we're looking pretty good. That went a little bit better than I was kind of expecting. Oh, well, we might as well just attack now, hadn't we? Oh, I'm not going to get away with it. Okay, that is definitely our lot with that unit. Let's just leave them to do whatever they want. Well, the last man to do whatever we want. We'll just tell him to attack. Charge the last Forte Brachio. Anyway, what's going on in the chats? How's the new Pikes? Well, hopefully that just gave you a bit of an idea. I quite like them. They've still got a bit of levelling to do on them, yeah. Particularly when they get that double strike, so they hit 2 for 1. I think that's going to make them really quite intense then. I can never win on this map in the tagging. It is a hard map to make too much progress on, I find. I quite agree. Yeah, pretty tough map. It's mostly because unless you get the B point, taking the A point is pretty much impossible. So it generally has to be the B point. Looks like they're starting to get set up for a bit of firmer push now, so they might stand a bit of a chance. But they have only got 1 minute 20 to do it. What's their units looking like? They've taken more casualties, but they've still got quite a few units left alive. Did I already make a video about Iron Reapers? No, I haven't yet. I have just got them unlocked fairly recently. I've started the grind on them. It's going to be a way off yet for the Iron Reapers, I should have thought. But they will get there eventually. So, let's just group up first. Group up. Oh, they're all dead. Didn't really need to get around. But we're going to do what everyone else has done before us then. Send you over there. You're really just charging into not a lot. I think I've been far too bold here. I'm definitely dead. Just do what damage I can. I'm gonna die. Can I get my final attack in? No, I can't. I definitely too much range. Maybe I shouldn't have charged. Do I use a controller? No, I'm on a keyboard and mouse. I've always been more PC than console, so I do much better with a keyboard and mouse than I do with a controller. How to do the battle pass so fast? I've not done anything particularly special other than just play. I mean, I play a fair amount for videos and stuff. Doing the weekly challenges. I'm on week 3 or so now. I didn't get the upgraded battle pass. I just got the base level one, so I didn't get the starting one with the extra experience or anything like that. So just leveled up naturally. Is it worth to have multiple characters to different weapons? I don't think so. I think it's worth just putting your time into one character, to be honest. You can, obviously, you know, when you have completely different playstyles, you know, a longbow versus, say, a maul, I can kind of get the principle, but the problem is, I think it's worth just putting all your time and money into one class. You know, you're going to get better units, better leveled units. You do more damage than you do with units than you do with your heroes. So I think that's, you know, kind of it. Someone says, do you think you're a pro? Absolutely not. I think I'm maybe marginally above average. I think that's one of the things I get criticised the most for, and I think it's completely fair, is that I'm not an amazing Conqueror's Blade player. I kind of know how most of the mechanics work just because I've been playing such a long time. But it always takes me quite a long time to learn new things. That's why I'm playing them all quite a bit before I do a video on it, because it takes me quite a long time to pick it up. So that's always been a problem for me. So, no, I'm definitely not an amazing player. Season 3 units are great for new players. Yes, that is one of the better things they did with the Season 3 units. I was kind of pleased they did, was the fact that they made them all 50% resupply cost, you know, cheaper for the season. So if we're going to have a look at, say, something like these Conqueror, one unit kit is only costing 880. That means, you know, fully stocking up this unit, and you've seen how many kills we've built up with these guys. They're great. It's only 7,000, and that's after, you know, 5, 6, 7 battles or something. So the resupply cost reduction is really quite awesome, because that really saves an awful lot of money, kind of all around. Let's go on. Let's queue up within the battle. Probably only have one or two more because I am absolutely roasting to death. Oh, Vader corrected me on my pronunciation again. What the black? I just can't do it. Italian Pike dudes. Do you get expansion permits by leveling, or do you have to buy them with sovereigns at some point? At some point, you effectively have to buy them with sovereigns. Although in the case of Season 3, the units come with a slot. So if you unlock, say, like, you know, the Fortebraccios or Fortebraccios, the Italian pikemen, stick with that, then you will get a slot with them. So you'll be able to get all the new Season 3 units. But you know, beyond that, no, you have to buy slots, beyond 20 slots. Did you get a code for Steam? No, unfortunately, there's not going to be any content creator codes for Steam. It's only the my.com marketplace. Unfortunately, they're not going to have them for Steam, I don't think. Why do you press repair all? Yes, I know, but partly I'm lazy. Also, largely because I can easily afford to repair it, and I want to try and re-roll some of this stuff anyway. Because who wants Blue Guardsman? I want to try and get legendary. So I'm almost on the brink of re-rolling it, even though it's not near the end of its life. So if I'm going to do that, then I might as well, you know, just screw it and repair all, basically. Next match, could you do the Great Wall? Oh, the Great Wall. It's a bit of an effort. I'm not a huge fan of the Great Wall. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Great Wall. Although we are, must admit, struggling to get a siege. What's the time? 4:30. Let's just, while waiting for the siege to queue, let's head over to the blacksmith and salvage some of this crap. What's the best way to get good armor schematics? Easily the best way is the seasonal stuff. Whether you are a free-to-play or a pay-to-play, you are going to get enough barboots to easily get a good chunk of the armor stuff from the store. Get the armor schematics. These are probably the most valuable thing you can get. You know, there's 10 available per character, and this will craft you an entire guardsman set. Craft your own. It's easily the best way to do it. Use the season battle pass. Don't spend the silver, because for a full set of schematics is going to be like 100 to 150,000 silver, and you can get them for free with the seasonal store. So definitely seasonal store. Yeah, someone says in the thing Season 3 lets you buy them. Is there a way to reset the veterancy points on a unit? Yes, but in effect you have to pay for it. There is it's called like a unit training plan or something like that. It's just a thing that's available in the store, and it resets your veterancy line. So not something you can do for free. I did end up getting a few for a free, like 3 or 4 months ago, maybe longer now. When they changed some of the unit lines around, I gave everyone a few if you're around at that time. But that's the only time I've ever got any for free. Yes, as someone points out, just love salvaging barding attack for the powdered silver. Yeah, that is the way to do it. If you're running out of powdered silver, then you buy the barding from the horse seller in the city, whip it over to the smith, and just break it down. You should get a chunk of powdered silver from it. That's the easiest way of doing it. When will Season 3 end? I think it's supposedly 10-11 weeks, and we started on April the 21st, which is 3 weeks ago. Don't know what the date is, 9th. So 3 weeks ago, so like another 7-8 weeks or something of Season 3. Any AI I can sell good to. Not really that's worthwhile. No, not really that's worthwhile doing. Generally not. I wouldn't bother. If there's anything any decent, sell it on the market. If it's not, break it down for materials. Pretty much the way it works. At least that's how I do it. Somewhat. How long is the live stream? This is probably going to be the last battle. We've been coming up for 2 hours shortly, and I normally go for around 2 hours. I'm absolutely roasted to death in my shed at the moment, so yeah, it probably won't be too much longer than that. Can I get the Seregs from Season 2? Yes, you can. You just have to go over the unit challenges. Everything is taken. Is that battering ram taken? No. Let's have the battering ram then. So yeah, Serix, if you go to the unit challenges, there's a little top left, there's a little drop down that says Season 3. You click it and you can select Season 2. You pay 1,000 silver and then you can continue with the Season 2 missions as you did before. So that's how that works. How's my artillery aiming? Too high. Oh, absolutely scored that way too high. Bring that one down a bit. I much prefer culverins to cannons. Oh, that's a bit better. Oh, so close. So close. I'm fighting Sama, am I? Oh dear. Is he on the same team as me, or the enemy team? Oh, there's Sama. Oh dear. It's never good. Sama. Oh. I'm gonna just get off this cannon in a minute. I'm just embarrassing myself. Hey! We splashed it by getting close enough. They're shooting our artillery. How dare he? That's a bit more like it. That's more what we'd expect. Looks like our battering ram is getting in. There's a longbow shooting my poor artillery. Hello to everyone who's just joining. Probably on the last siege now, but still got one whole siege to go. We've only just started this siege. Is there any easy way to get skill pages? Weekly crests is really the easiest way if you don't want to buy them off the market. Yeah, they're a little. It takes a little bit of time to build them up, but I mean now I've got like 70, well, probably more. They just build up over time. So yeah, that's kind of the easiest way. Oh, there's Rattans there. Don't want to go for them. I'm gonna have a look if they're going to push out the gates. Is he going to call them over? Is he going to play the game? I'm not sure he is. I kind of want to block him because once he gets out, we'll be able to sort of wreak havoc with a lot of our troops on the outside. Go on, javelin him! Javelin him! Javelin him! Oh, too late! Nice try. Okay, we'll leave him and go back up the siege tower. How many hours have you been playing? What, today? We've been streaming for like 2 hours. I mean, if you've been in total, I have no idea. Far too many. Yeah, far too many. I'm not on Steam though, so I don't get a total. I don't get a totalizer. I'm just direct on the my.com launcher. We're not making a lot of progress there. Let's go around this way. Got some pretty danger close trebs going on. Can we get? Oh, we might get Sama. Yeah, like a Sama. Sorry, Sama. Ow, ow. His team is taking revenge on me. Ooh, ah! Oh, ho, ho. Talk about surviving with the smallest. Look at my health bar. Talk about surviving with the smallest amount of health. That was mightily close. Wow, we just got away with that. That's quite funny. Okay, let's go and grab another unit because my artillery are all dead. Go and see what we've got. What would you say, pound for pound, is the best unit in the game? Personally, mine is the Spear Sergeants. I think Spear Sergeants are a very decent average unit. They're a very decent starting unit because they're pretty forgiving. They block. They're fairly, fairly tanky for what they are, and they also do a chunk of damage. I think that's why Spear Sergeants are kind of the go-to beginning unit. I think in part the Maul's going to effectively is a little bit of a nerf, particularly while there's so many that are being played at the moment with Spear Sergeants because it's so effective against clustered units. Pound for pound, I mean, these Conqueror are pretty decent for their cost. For what, 175 leadership, I think they are. They can absolutely be brutal if you can sort of get them, positioned correctly. Where are we thinking? B or A? Looks like we've got a fair bit of stuff going for A. Ah, you swine with your advance. Did a good job there. We probably will kill the unit. Yeah, we will. But we've lost basically our entire unit to those Imperial Pike Guards. Although Imperial Pike Guards are a more expensive unit, leadership-wise, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. There's a more friendly Conqueror. And we have got the A point secure. Oh, blimey! Oh, got quite a bit of stuff to the face then. Quite a few musket shots. Oh yeah, certainly. I'm certainly 500 plus hours. Well, like straight from a straight arrow. Yeah, when I fell off the siege tower. Yeah, probably. Breton Rangers, obviously, I think, yeah, a bit of a controversial one, wasn't it? But Breton Rangers, I think, personally, still want a little bit of a nerf. We'll kind of see what happens with them over the next bit. I don't think there's any plans. I don't think Breton Rangers are as effective in siege battles. They can be good. People have great games with them. But, you know, do they take points? Do they win games? I'm not entirely convinced they really do all that much. I think there are better units, personally. How do you get mastery points for weapon classes you don't have? So mastery points works by they're like free experience. So say if you earn 1,000 skill points, then you'll get something like hang on, let me deal with this. And then you'll get like say 50 free experience. So it's like it just builds up naturally. God, poor Pikemen had a bit of a rough time of that, didn't they? So yes, it's just something that builds up naturally. So if you gain normal unit experience, then you'll gain free experience as well. I could do really with a bit more than just me to advance. Although we are capturing the B point, so maybe it's not such a bad thing. But we are being shot to pieces though, so let's run away. Come on, Fortebankers, don't die to the archers! This is where they suffer. They suffer badly from range damage. Oof. Pretty brutal. Very brutal. And they're a bit slow. They remind me of the Golden Company from Game of Thrones there in the way they carry their pikes. Did I think? Anyone else think that? They always feel a little bit like that to me. The only reason I started playing this game was because of the advert. Yes, oh thank you, glad to hear that it sort of gets out and about. That was the point, was to try and they asked me to sort of, if that was something I could do, and you know, I wanted to try and help boost the game population because that helps cut matchmaking times, gives them more incentive to try and fix many of the game bugs that we need to get sorted and stuff. So yeah, glad to hear the adverts are working well. So where am I going to go here? I'm on my own and there's just loads of archers, which is not really what I want. Team's going for a bit of an outflank down there. We have captured the B point, which is nice. I can go and have a little bit of a play with these guys, but you know, to be honest, I think they're just going to run away. I'm going to get too close. Oh, nuts. They're coming in from the side, aren't they? No! Ah, I'd have been kidnapped. This is not so good. Not the muskets! Not the muskets! Oh. Damn him. Been kidnapped by them all. Well, it's not an amazing game so far, is it? What have we got left? Our Imperial Shields. See what we can do. Oh, how's the lag going? Are we lagging again? Oh, restart! Okay, hopefully that dealt with the lag a little bit. Oh dear, I'm absolutely roasted in this shed. So yeah, last siege, obviously, as I was saying, but wait for these guys to spawn. Hopefully we can get a win. We're getting a little bit of a capture on the C point. Pretty drawn on terms of kills and team scores. It's a pretty close run thing at the moment. Let's see what we can do. I'm probably not going to be around for TW tonight. I think after this I'm just going to have a bit of a break. I'm going to get something to eat after this. Ah, the gate's not open. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, and I'm with Imperial Shields, the slowest unit in the game. I haven't used my treble already, no. Oh, I've missed. Right. Oh, yeah. My horsemanship leaves a little bit to be desired. Trying to get the longbow. The longbow is pretty decent. I certainly recommend Indigenous Poncho's videos for some of the longbow stuff. He's a very, very skilled longbow player. It looks like we captured the C point. Good job, team. Come on, guys. Hurry up. A real slowest shield unit. They are quite nice when they get there, though. Just go and see what we can do with the hero. Oops, he looks like he just got ran over. Oop. I'm stuck in my animation. Can't stop. Okay, let's keep pushing on to the baseline then. Which way do we want to go? Is kind of the next question. Get ourselves set up. Let's get our shield line set up. Oh, wow, we can't Can't say no to a few easy kills like this first. Just be rude, wouldn't it? Everyone loves killing a few serfs. Okay, cool. That was fun. I genuinely don't find I get on very well pushing that way, so let's push down this way. Let's get ourselves set up. Come on, guys, form line. We've not got much range here. Where's the rest of the team? Kind of just sort of getting into position still a little bit yet. We're not really ready. Hopefully they're going to get some range set up on that hilltop would be good. Or is he going to make his move now? I fear we're a bit early for going for the point, to be honest. I don't think the bulk of the team is yet here. Yeah, I'm going to start getting hit by cannons and stuff. Yeah. Not really good enough. We're getting some Reapers getting into position. Should we just go for it? Let's go for it and base off this line. Try and get our Reapers to come around and have a clean sort of clean charge of it. He's dead. Our shield line is struggling. Yeah, having a very hard time. Go on, I'm starting to push them back a bit though. Come on, team, keep the jerk, keep the work up. Doing a grand job. Oh, we're getting the pikes in place now. That's a bit more what we need. Pike advance. Oh, I died. But come on, team. We're starting to get a bit of a pike advance going. Keep it going. We can possibly win this. See if we can get there. Trying to push their forte barrackios up. We are getting a bit of cap on. Wow, someone just smashed those archers. How's the rest of the team looking? Oh, they've got some enemies behind, though. Maybe things are starting to look a little bit weaker now. Still quite a lot of stuff there. We've got javelins over on the right. We've got muskets here, which is nice. Throwing in a chunk of damage. They are down to 8 enemy heroes, which isn't bad. Well, we may get to respawn in time, I'm not sure. He may have just found a few nice little cheeky kills. No, he's not going to risk it. The enemy archers are pulling back for healing. As our presence on the cap gone, it has really cost us quite a few units as well, by the looks of things. Let's try and get ourselves set up. We'll see what range, what artillery we've got to bring with us. Excuse me, it can't hit the broadside of a barn. Well, yeah, things can feel a bit like that at times. Let's just go for a cheap cannon. A little bit of cheeky capture going on. We've still got 5 minutes, but our problem is going to be unit numbers. Our unit numbers are getting pretty dangerously low, to be honest. We'll try and get some artillery set up. A bit of capture on. Bit of capture, bit of cheeky capture. I want to stay vaguely with the spear sergeant, so well, if we're gonna go for it though, I'll have you. Just get him out of the way and get him killed. Okay, one enemy hero dealt with. Come on, let's start to get the pressure on them. We need to be starting to try and win this. Ooh, bit of a treb coming in. Bit of friendly cav, which is nice. Okay, looking good, looking good. 4 minutes. I'm starting to even out the troop losses a little bit more. Ouch. Come on, get those forte barrackios pikes up. Oh, he got me. Damn! Come on, team, we're so close to capping. Oh, we're taking a chunk of casualties there, though. How many heroes? They've only got 5 heroes left. Come on, just push, push, push. Push the point. Oh, we could really win this. 5 for 5, or maybe it's not looking so good now. If we can just kill those last couple of enemy heroes. I mean, literally, we're seconds, 1 second of capturing. We've got this. Such a close game. Oh, they've got muskets on the point, and then they've got a longsword hero on there. I just feel like we've lost the little bit of advantage we have. We've lost too many heroes. And yeah, we didn't push kind of right at that time when we needed it, unfortunately, I don't think. Our respawn's kind of too long. Starting to run out of time. We've still got a slight hero advantage against them, but it's giving them time to kind of get set back up again, and we kind of lost that little bit of an edge, I think. You know, some of them are starting to spawn back in. Unless really they step off point, you know, through negligence sort of thing, then I think we're going to have a hard time. Go on, push him off. Push him, push him, push him, push him. So I'm really getting into this game. I completely forgot what's going on in the chat. I almost forgot I was streaming then. Come on! Sound like I'm in a porn film. Right. I'm respawning. Come on, it's now or never. Too far away. What's the hero? 9 for 10. Oh, doesn't look so good now. A lot of them are coming back in, and I think a lot of them are still going to have units. They've got a lot of musket units. 9 for 12. Doesn't look nice, does it? Oh, there's loads of them here. Look. I think he's going to be an iron sides. Oh, amazingly not. 12 for 11. Come on, what can we do here? All the range and muskets they've got. It's just very, very difficult. Oh, they've got so many enemy heroes on point. Okay, here comes some friendly spears. Just try and grab one. Got one, but there's not really a lot exactly here for me to... Oh, you counter-kidnap me. Oh, did I get hit by an explosive arrow? It's like a death match. This is more than a women's siege. Just wait for them to try and sneak a quick heal if we can. 11 for 11. Not really getting any hero advantage anymore. Yeah, and look at the amount of range they've got set up. We've just got no troops left. 196. Oh, unfortunately, I think we've thrown this. We've had our opportunity. We have nothing left to push with. Yeah, look at all this enemy range. They're starting to push out from base now. Unfortunately. Well, we gave it a pretty good shot. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough for us to really do well. Oh, I missed him. He's on iron sides now, which is why he's taking basically no damage. It will expire though. There we go. Ah, dear. Oh, so disappointing. I really thought we were going to win then at one point. They're in a bit of a push now, but I just don't think we have enough stuff. We're having a good go with some javelins. Who are we going to kill? There's just too many enemy heroes here. Oh, I'm outnumbered. I'm outnumbered. Oh! Well, we gave it a good game. It was a good final match to end on, I think. We certainly had a bit of a tough fight going right to the very end there. And that pretty much is going to be the end of it for me, for streaming wise. We'll just see the very, very end of the game. But yeah, look, we're down to 6 to 13 now. What extra yellow stats should I be getting on short sword and shield? I'd have to have a quick check what skills you're using. So, you know, if you're doing slashing damage, then obviously you want plus slashing, damage and armor penetration. I need better streaming gear for sure. I absolutely do. Are we lagging a bit again? Hey, it's I'm streaming through my phone, so unfortunately it's not amazing. Unfortunately, we do what we can. Just hopefully I'm going to be moving at some point sort of in the next 6 months, and then at that point hopefully I'll end up with a decent, you know, normal wired fiber internet connection, and then hopefully we'll do a little bit better on. But anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed the stream. If you have, well, there isn't a comment section, is there? I was going to say put something down in the comments down below, but that's not on a video. I'm on a stream. So yeah, sorry about the slightly sucky internet and the lags from time to time. So yeah, streaming off my phone, a little bit difficult. Hopefully you've enjoyed it though all the same. I'll probably try and stream again maybe some point next week. I'm not a huge streamer because obviously we have all these problems and it's a bit of a pain, and I'm not one for getting organised, so I don't do it very often. But thank you for everyone who's come, I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys all have a great Saturday evening, and yeah, I shall see you all on the next video or the next stream. Thanks for watching guys, see you later.